I'm Spencer.
I'm Eric.
And I serve the Dark Lord.
What?
And this is The Itch. And we're here to do a retrospective on
KOTOR.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Thank you. Knights of the Old... Straight out of Compton! Straight out of Compton with a K.
That's right.
So, anyway, Knights of the Old Republic, for those who don't know, is a game that was released by
Bioware.
And essentially, it was kind of like their first big game that I remember anyway. Going into it a little bit of
Baldur's
backstory.
Gate.
Well, that I remember.
Baldur's Gate.
Of course, I know Baldur's Gate. I just didn't play it. I mean, I played the...
My first RPG was Final Fantasy VII, and
It actually was. What? No, hold on. I played Chrono Trigger for like 5 seconds. I was like, what do you do? It was, it was on NES or whatever. God damn it. Anyway, so I'll just get started with it. A little bit of backstory, or the story in general. Sith are just coming to fuck you up, essentially. Sith are at war with the Republic, and you're like, damn it, this Darth Malik guy is fucking shit up. We gotta stop him, right? He's like, oh, well, his master, Revan, has been killed, and he's assumed the role of, the great and all that shit. So your job is to find a ragtag bunch of nobodies, get them together, win the big game.
gotcha.
It's essentially what it is. It's essentially a story-driven RPG with Star Wars elements.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
gameplay-wise, it's class-oriented. You start off with 3 different classes, and then when you become a Jedi, you can transform again.
Jedi.
Jedi. You transform again, and you become 3 different other classes
I did not
within
understand
it,
that accent.
which are subgenre or essentially, by definition, they're subclasses, even though they're your primary class. You get to be a Jedi after your first planet, and the game definitely opens up. You get access to force powers. You get to choke people, to push them away.
If you're
that.
some kind of dark
Villain.
Jedi.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting. So you can be a good guy or a bad guy, and the game kind of scales you on this meter. If you're a good guy, you're like a beacon of hope, and this little light stuff will come around you. If you're a bad guy, you're
Your
like
mama didn't love you?
brooding and stuff. I always thought it was funny when you have one of the guys, Canderous. He's always like, it's like, God damn. And HK too. He's just like, like, you're fucking robot. What are you flexing for? Regardless, so it works off. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
It works off of an alignment system essentially. Pretty interesting.
Like Fable?
But
This
better.
is the game. This is the game that Fable should have been.
Yeah, this is what happens when you actually keep promises. So anyway, yeah.
He didn't shop
What's
at
cool is
K.
you're not restricted on your force powers. So if I'm a light Jedi, I could still force choke somebody. But it has I have a penalty because I'm a good guy and I'm using dark side powers. It's costs more. What's it called? Costs more force points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the game encourages diversity, which is great. It also shows in the
Black Jedi.
I've never been a black Jedi, but I've been Asian Jedis. My Jedis are all Asian. God. Anyway, the dialogue options kind of open up that sense of wonderment and freedom and stuff like that. You can talk to people usually however you want. You can get kicked off a planet. You can, hey there, guys.
Never really experienced Manon.
You can do some really fucked up shit. There'll be a guy who's getting attacked by rag ghouls, and you'd be like, let him stay out there. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then the wife's right next to you, save him, and you're just like,
Yeah.
no. So you can be a real douchebag, or you can be a beacon of hope. Which, starting off, you were the only person that I know in my life that was a dick the first time you started playing, right?
No, my first playthrough was light side.
Oh, never mind. See, everyone's a good guy.
It's actually better, in my opinion. The game is better on the light side.
Yeah, it really
Because it's actually a game on the light side.
Yeah.
I remember, here's a good example of how the morality and stuff all works out.
Uh-huh.
There's an area where, and I'm not going to try to spoil too much, but
Yeah, let's try
there's
not
an
to
area where you're underwater and you got a problem with the fishes.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So you have the option.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You basically have 2 options. You can be a light side guy, meaning you have to go down there, swim with those fishes, fix the problem so it's not making them crazy, and then go back.
Yeah.
Or, and that's the game element, or you could be on the dark side, which means poison the water.
Yeah. And this water is important. Very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely, you can screw over an entire planet's resource, and by association, the planet.
Yeah.
Or you can be like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna set us back a couple years and mess around with the machinery.
Yeah.
So there's definitely an element of choice in there. World exploration is definitely shown. Back in the day, it's great. It's like, oh my gosh, look how big Dantooine is. You know, nowadays.
A little limited.
Oh. I mean, compared to Witcher, you know, you have so much freedom. You've got a horse that just fucks you up every time you're trying to get off or get on it. But then, you know, playing KOTOR, you're like, everything feels like a lane, more like a lane. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate. But if you can look past it, it's definitely interesting. Graphically, for its day and age, it's pretty good.
I thought it was all right.
Nowadays.
Because, I mean, I think at the same time, Halo's out. I don't think it looks as good as Halo.
Was it Halo 2?
Halo 2 is probably about out or out by then.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
it
looks quite that good.
Frame rate wise, even then, I was like, probably not too graphically crazy because the frame rate was suffering. But it's definitely not the best looking game anymore. You can definitely tell it's dated. And there's definitely limitations that they jumped over by fade to black. There's a lot of fade to black in this game. That's one thing I noticed. Where Dragon Age will animate like a kissing scene. It's just, all right, fade to black. We shouldn't have done that. What the fuck? Anyway, sound, basic Star Wars stuff. I mean, assuming, you know, like any type of noise that you associate with Star Wars is in this game. All right, so there you go. Even the Force choke noise. Yeah, there's a Wookiee too. Oh. Even the Force choke. All of it. It's there. So whatever. Okay, I said sounds, not music.
I'm making sounds.
Music-wise, it's pretty decent. I actually really like a lot of the songs and stuff like that. It's really like mystical and stuff like that. It takes you back to like 4, 5, and 6. Episode wise, like it feels nice.
Yeah,
you'll be on Dantooine, it's like doo 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 doo. You know, you're like, yeah, mysterious. You know, even though I played the game, like this is my 3rd time beating it. I'm like, oh, mysterious. Pros, it's addicting, right? You're gonna play this game. You're gonna play it not for like 2 hours. You're probably gonna play it for like 6, and you'll be like, oh shit, I'm late for work. You know, or something like that. Very adventure driven. You know, you want to feel like you're actually a part of it and stuff like that. It makes you care about the characters for the most part. Some characters, like Mission, you know, like, fuck off. But, like, HK-47, for as much of an asshole as he is, love the guy.
But isn't that KOTOR 2?
No, he's in KOTOR 1.
Is he?
Yeah. You don't remember?
No.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Come on, man.
I remember.
Yeah, he's in both of them. It's great.
Okay.
They're like, hey, we can't write out this guy. Bring him back. That was
He was
great.
very entertaining.
He's very entertaining. It's definitely some of the characters really stand out more. Some of them piss me off though, and I'll get to that. It's not too long. It's paced pretty well. You know, it makes you feel like you had a good, sizable chunk. You know, it's like eating food. You're not like, oh hey, I went to a buffet. You go, hey, I had a nice steak, had some mashed potatoes, a little bit of greens on the side, nice little drink. I am satisfied. That's how you're gonna feel.
I'm hungry. I did not get my burrito this morning.
The most important thing that I can pull from this is it gives you an experience. It doesn't give you just a game. It gives you an experience and an adventure. And
It'll change your life.
God. But God damn it. Okay. But regardless, it's more of an experience than anything. So it's like, you know, it's a little bit of a phenom, you know. Something like a phenomenon. Anyway, cons. Oh, let's get to the fucking cons, man. Because as much as I like this game, the biggest thing, it's got fucking glitches.
Oh, yeah.
Left and fucking right.
Tons.
So, one of the first glitches I encountered, which I had to look up a guide, and it has the most bullshit way of solving it, was you'd finish a fight and your character wouldn't be able to move. Sometimes they'd be like, oh, we'll just play as the other guy. Because if you play as the other guy, suddenly the character moves. But you can't move him. I don't know about you guys, but I like to play as the main character.
Pretty much the whole time.
Pretty much the whole time. I don't want to switch to Karth. Fuck a dick, Karth. Like, get out of here. You know? But regardless.
Probably one of the most well voice acted characters, though.
I've got gripes with him. But, and I'll talk about it. But, anyway, regardless, how do you fix this problem? You have to hold the left and right mouse button, and then you quick save. After it's done loading, or after it's done, because it switches to another screen, quick saves, and then brings back to your screen, then your character can move again. What the fuck? Is bullshit. Like, the first time I did it, I thought I had to, like, quick load to before the fight, and then just hope it didn't happen. I'd get scene skipping, I would get dialogue skipping. Like, I would just go to a new place and just, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, my options, you know?
Light side.
But the character movement suffered a lot. There'd be times where you're in combat. Like, the game literally works against you sometimes. You'll be in combat, and you have to move around fucking Bastila. And she's apparently fucking 3 times her normal size. Because your character will have to circle her... Oh, God.
Does she make... What kind of sounds does she make?
But like, it's like if Eric's right here, but I have to be this far away to do something. Dialogue. I don't like Karth's delivery. I'm sure he's a great actor, but he mumbles too much that I had to turn up his volume. It's like me on the show. He's like, it's not that I don't trust you. I mean, I can trust you, but listen, you know. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just deliver your lines normally. You know, Bastila is fine. Jennifer Hale, that's fine. I didn't really like Mission. I don't like Mission. Jolie was probably the only other character that I was like, oh yeah, I really like his dialogue and stuff like that. But it's kind of like it's hit and miss in my opinion with a lot of the characters. Ah, crap! I switched to something. But the other big gripe that I have with it is I didn't know that much about Dungeons and Dragons. So when they're like fortitude and saves and reflex, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Plebe.
So it takes a little bit of learning, and that could be a pro or a con. You know, it depends on how you look at it. Just like too much.
Well, I think on the contrary, it makes it a great introduction.
It does.
Like
because
if
it's
you're a
very
Star Wars
light.
fan, you probably wouldn't be into D&D, but here's some easy tips that kind of get you into understanding what D&D is. Bam, fortitude.
Yeah.
What does all this shit mean?
And I still don't know all that much because I never read into it, but I can still say, like, I know a little bit more, you know. And the other biggest con is everyone knows the story at this point, more than likely.
Ooh, spoiler alert.
I'm not going to tell you. If you don't know the ending to it, I'm not going to tell you. It's a good ending. If you haven't seen it, ignore everybody because hopefully...
Well, I would argue it's one of the best in gaming, especially for delivery purposes.
So if you're watching this video and you have not seen the ending, just don't go down to the comments because there's going to be an idiot. Just go get the game if this is what you're into and then play it and then enjoy your beautiful ending. How does it hold up? It's okay. It's decent. If you can look past the graphics and a lot of glitches, then you're going to come out with a pretty satisfying experience. I do have to stress this. I had the game on Xbox as well. No glitches. Well, glitches, but like nothing to this extent. I could always move my character. Yeah, sure, character movement and all that shit was still there, but...
It's still more playable.
Yeah, it's a little more playable, which is ironic.
Problem with the PC, too, is that it doesn't have the great resolutions.
Oh,
it was made so long ago that the resolutions they don't have like even a 720p resolution.
Yeah, no, you're essentially playing in windowed mode, and you can't help it. You can't do anything about it. You have to deal with it, which is really unfortunate. Ties into the graphics, but whatever.
All right, well, I'm Spencer.
I'm Eric.
And I'm long-winded.
And this is The Itch.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Boom.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a like and comment below. We do videos including quizzes every Tuesday and a podcast every Friday. Check us out on twitch.tv/thisistheitch and theitchnetwork.com where you can check out links to our podcast and our friends at Does This Game Suck? If you have any questions or topics for us, email us at theshow@theitchnetwork.com. And don't forget, we do new videos every week.